Hi everybody, it's Miss Shelley here. So right now, our library is closed, and that means that we can't all be together and have a class together. But I didn't want you guys to miss out on class, so we thought of a way that we could do it, and we decided to record a class for you. So you're probably in your home or your caregiver's home or maybe a daycare setting, and I'm here at my home, so you guys get to see a little glimpse of my home. This is my yoga studio in my house where I practice yoga and think up classes for you guys. So, for some of you, this might be the very first time you're taking a class over the screen like this. And it's a little different, or it might be a little funny or weird because we're not interacting in the same way, but that's okay. You just follow along as best you can and you have fun. And some of you might be super used to classes on the screen and this is totally normal, and that's great too. So while we do this together, there's a couple things I want to make sure you remember. We always go at our own pace. Our bodies look different, so you don't need to do the exact same thing I'm doing. Our bodies won't be doing the same shape. We just want to give it a try and try our best. We want to look around our room real quick and make sure there's nothing in the way that we might trip over while we're moving and having fun. You can even maybe stand up and kind of spin around and make sure you have enough space for your whole body. And we want to sing really loud when we sing songs to make sure that it feels like we're singing together. And we also just want to have fun. So if you can do all those things, it's going to be a great class. And one more thing I want to tell you before we get started is that our sensory activity today at the end of class is going to be Play-Doh. So if you have some Play-Doh, it doesn't have to be a big jar, it can be a small jar. If you have some Play-Doh, you can pause the video right now and go grab it for the end, or you can wait till we get to the end and pause and just watch that part later. And if you don't know if Play-Doh is okay to play with, or you maybe have like a special mat or a place where you play with Play-Doh, just ask your mom or your dad or grandma, grandpa, whoever your caregiver is today, and tell them there's going to be Play-Doh at the end of class and where can I play with it. So you might end up actually moving your computer or your iPad later to a safe spot to do Play-Doh together. All right, so now that we got through that, I thought that we would start with our hello song, just like we always do. And it goes like this. Hello, my friends. Hello, my friends. Hello, my friends. I'm happy to see you. Let's do it one more time. Hello, my friends. Hello, my friends. Hello, my friends. I'm happy to see you. Nice work. Now I thought we would get up and get our bodies warmed up too. So we're going to do head, shoulders, yogi, toes. And we're going to sing it together. Remember, you can always do this sitting. And when we do the bending part, you can just reach forward to bend. But if it's comfy in your body today, we're going to stand up and do it together. And we're going to sing it 3 times through so that we all get the hang of it. All right, so it goes like this. Head, shoulders, yogi, toes, yogi, toes. Head, shoulders, yogi, toes, yogi, toes. Reach for the sky, then hands down past our nose. Head, shoulders, yogi, toes, yogi, toes. Great work. Okay, so now we've all sung it once together. If you didn't know it before, now you can try singing along while you do the motions. Ready? Head, shoulders, yogi, toes, yogi, toes. Head, shoulders, yogi, toes, yogi, toes. Reach for the sky, then hands down past our nose. Head, shoulders, yogi, toes, yogi, toes. All right, are you ready? We're going to try it one more time, and we're going to see how fast we can go. So make sure, again, that you have space. You don't want to bump into anything. I'm almost bumping into my bookshelf, but we can do it really fast. Ready? Head, shoulders, yogi, toes, yogi, toes. Head, shoulders, yogi, toes, yogi, toes. Reach for the sky, then hands down past our nose. Head, shoulders, yogi, toes, yogi, toes. Great work. Now, if you have water nearby, and if you don't, you can always pause, but if you ever need a water break, go ahead and take one of those too, because we'll be moving around a lot. All right. So at our last class, we talked about what season was coming up, and now we're in the middle of that season. Does anybody remember what season that is? I kind of wore a shirt today that might give you a hint. Let's think. It's getting colder out, It's winter. If you said winter, you're right. And what is the special type of weather that happens only in wintertime? It falls from the sky. It's fluffy and white. The sign language that we learned last week or last month is this. It's snow. That's right, snow. So I thought that we would have some wintry fun again this month, but do a few different things than we did last month. So the first thing I thought we could do was talk about some wintry or Arctic animals way, way up north. There are animals where it's winter almost all year round. Do you know any of those animals? Let's think. A good way to start thinking about them is that they are animals that are often white or really light colored fur, and they're that way because it's a big word called camouflage. And camouflage just means that they have the same color fur or skin that helps them blend in with their surroundings. And their surroundings are usually really snowy, right? So they have white fur a lot of times. So I'm trying to think. Some really cool animals that live up that way is a snowshoe hare. Do you think we could all be a bunny together? We're going to sit up on our knees. We're going to pretend that we're a white bunny. And we're going to bring our ears up to our head. And we're going to take a little bunny breaths. I'll come close so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going like this. And I'm going to take little breaths through my nose. And then we let it all out. Nice work. Can we do that again? Good work. One more time. Let's see how many breaths you can take and fill up your belly with those big belly breaths. Good job. Great job being a snowshoe hare. Now, another really adorable animal that lives up in the Arctic is an Arctic fox. Arctic's even in this name. So for a fox, we're going to do puppy pose. Now, puppy pose, I'll turn to the side. We come on to our hands and our knees, and then we're going to drop our elbows down. And then we walk our knees back a little and bring our heads towards the ground, and we can shake our little foxy tails. In yoga, this is puppy pose, but I think it looks just like a cute little fox. Good work, everybody. Now, one of my favorite, actually my very favorite animal is an Arctic animal. It's a beluga whale. And if you've ever seen them, you might have seen pictures of them. They're big white whales. They were in Finding Dory. They always look like they're smiling and happy, and I think they're really fun. So let's try to make a whale with our body. We are going to lay on our sides. Lay down. Nice work. And we're going to come all the way to our side. And we kind of look like a whale. And we're going to raise up our fin. And if we want, we can raise up our head and maybe flap our whale tail. Nice work, everybody. And there's another whale that lives in the Arctic up with the belugas. And it has a tooth that shoots through its cheek like a big giant tusk. Does anyone know what that is? It sort of looks like a big swimming unicorn. If you said narwhal, that's right. So we are going to sit up nice and tall. We're going to raise our arms out to the side, bring them up over our head, and we have a big narwhal horn. You can twist from side to side. Great work, everybody. Good job. And then bring those arms back down. Great work. Now, I can think of two more really cool Arctic animals. One of them is a lot like the Arctic fox, but it's bigger. Do you know something that's bigger than a fox? It's still in the dog family. And it sounds like this. Breathe in. When you breathe out, you go on a howl. You go, oh! Good work. Let's try it one more time. Breathe in. Let your breath out on a howl. Make it nice and loud. Oh! Good work. So what animal is it that howls? It's a wolf. And way up north, there are timber wolves and there are white Arctic wolves. And we're going to come into wolf pose. And wolf pose today is going to be our downward dog pose. So we're on our hands and knees. We reach our hands a little bit forward. We curl our toes under and push up and back into downward dog. And if you want to wag your tail, raise one leg up in the air and wag it, wag it, wag it, wag it. Put that leg down. Raise your other leg up in the air. Wag, 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 wag. Nice work. And then come on back down. And the very last animal that I'm thinking of that lives in the Arctic is big. Really big. It eats seals and it eats probably large fish. It's white and it lumbers around and it roars. Do you have any idea what that might be? If you're thinking of a polar bear, you're right. So to be polar bears, we're gonna get up on our big back legs. We're gonna reach our arms way up overhead. We're gonna fold over, but instead of being a dog, we're gonna bring our legs wide and our arms wide, and we're gonna walk around like a big polar bear. Take up a lot of space. Polar bears are giant. Great work. Walk around, and then come back down to our seats. Good work, everybody. Thanks for learning about Arctic animals with me. I think it's so interesting to learn about animals from so many different regions, and then we get to pretend to be them with our bodies, which is really fun. Okay, so since we talked about snow, I think we should sing our Sparkle Sparkle song about snowflakes. Are you ready? Sparkle, sparkle in the sky. Watch the snowflakes drifting by. One falls down onto my nose. Go ahead and put those feet out in front of you, right here. More fall down upon my toes. Sparkle, sparkle in the sky. Watch the snowflakes drifting by. Let's sing that one more time. Are you ready? Sparkle, sparkle in the sky. Watch the snowflakes drifting by. One falls down upon my nose. More fall down onto my toes. Sparkle, sparkle in the sky. Watch the snowflakes drifting by. Nice job, everybody. All right, so when I think of snow, I think of fun. I really love to play in the snow, and I hope you do too. But even if you don't, we can pretend play in snow today, and we're not going to get cold because we're all probably indoors. So what are some fun things you like to do in the snow? Can you think about it? What do you like? Maybe like building snowmen, maybe like having snowball fights, maybe you just like rolling around in the snow. Today, I thought we'd try a couple different activities. So the first one we're gonna try is skiing. So we're gonna stand up, nice work. And I'll turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing. But I'm going to bend, like I'm sitting in a chair, but there's no chair there, right? Bend down. And I'm gonna bring my arms out like I'm holding ski poles. So from the front, it looks like this. Great work. And we're gonna ski one way. We're gonna ski the other way. You can go really fast or you can go nice and slow. It depends if you're out racing down a hill or maybe just going for a nice ski down a little bunny slope. And then, oh no, look out, there's a tree. Can everyone do tree pose? I'll scooch back so you can see what I'm doing. Tree pose, maybe it's a really windy day and we wave our leaves around. Nice work. Then we come back down and we're gonna ski some more. Skiing and skiing and skiing and skiing. Oh no, there's a tree on the other side. Put your other leg on the ground. Bring that leg up. Raise your branches. Maybe you sway them around. Maybe it's not so windy on this part of the hill and you stand nice and strong and tall. Great work. Then come back down. Come back down, a little more skiing. Back and forth and back and forth. And then we're at the very base of the mountain. We'll come into mountain pose and we'll go into the lodge. And a lodge looks just like a big house. So we can go ahead and make our house. And maybe we'll go into that lodge and we'll have some hot cocoa. So this is one of my favorite breathing techniques. We're gonna take our cup of cocoa and we're gonna bring it in front of us. And oh, it's a little too hot to drink still. Nobody wants burnt lips or mouth, right? So we're gonna breathe in and smell the cocoa. What does cocoa smell like? It's usually sweet, it's chocolatey, might even be a little cinnamony. So let's try and imagine those smells as we breathe in. So breathe in through your nose. And then we're gonna breathe out through our mouths, nice and slowly, like we're blowing on the cocoa because we don't want it to jump out of the cup, right? So we're gonna blow nice and slowly. Nice work. Okay, let's do that again. Close your eyes, imagine those smells, breathe in. Then let it out nice and slowly. Good work. One more time, breathe in. And then let out nice and slowly. Good job. You know what? Let's test it. I think that cocoa is cool enough now to drink. So we're going to take a sip. And then we bring our hands to our bellies and go, yum. Great work, everybody. Okay, well now we're all warm from being in the lodge and having our cocoa. I think we should go out and have some more snow fun. So, since we're at a ski resort, there's a lot of hills, right? One other fun thing to do on hills is to go sledding. I love sledding. I think it's so fun to feel the wind whipping past you. So we're going to give that a try. We're going to take one leg, put it out in front of us. Other leg, put it out in front of us. We're going to take our hands and bring them to our legs and pretend that we kind of are the sled, but also sitting in the sled going down. And it'll be just the same as skiing. We're going to go back. We're going to go forth. We're going to go one side, go to the other side, go to the other side. Oh, avoid the tree. What would a tree look like when we're sitting? Maybe it looks like this. Avoid the tree. Good work, everybody. Back into skiing mode. Legs out wide. Ski once more. Go to the other side. Go to the other side. And whoosh, all the way down to the bottom of the hill. Great work, everybody. Now, another fun thing to do that's not technically snow, but it happens in the winter, is ice skating. I thought we could ice skate together. So I'm going to do it both from the side and the front so you can see me. This is where it gets a little different than if we're in class together, right? So I'm going to put one leg out in front of me. I'm going to put one leg out behind me. I'm going to bend that forward leg. And I'm going to raise my arms up nice and high like I'm skating. I'm a beautiful ice skater. And then I'm going to turn to the side and bring my arms out like I'm going in a big circle around the ice. Oh. Then we're going to try some fancy tricks. We're going to reach our front arm forward and then bring it behind us like we're a big fancy ice skater. And then for the very last trick, we're going to see if we can balance on one foot. So we're going to stand very firm on our foot, bend that leg, and raise our back foot up and spread our arms out like an ice skater. Great work. And if you tumble, that's okay too. The ground's right there for you. So let's try that same thing on the other side so we can balance out our body. I'm going to put my other leg forward and my opposite leg behind me. Bend that front leg again and raise those arms up high like a big, strong ice skater. Then I'm going to turn to the side and bring my arms out like I'm going around the circle of the ice rink. Then we're going to try our fancy tricks. We're going to lean forward with that front arm, bring it up and back behind us. Good work. And then we're going to try balancing. And remember, your legs, both legs are different. So if you had trouble balancing on the other leg, this leg might be easier or vice versa. Let's give it a try. Stand, plant that leg nice and strong. Lift that back leg up. Or you can always put it right down on the ground to keep yourself supported. And go ahead and skate. Look at you. Great work. Good job. Okay, so we have done sledding. We have done skiing. We have done ice skating. What else could we do? We could do some snowshoeing. Do you want to give that a try? We're going to stand up. And if you've ever seen snowshoes, especially old-fashioned ones, mine look a little different now. They're made of metal and plastic. But old-fashioned ones kind of look like tennis rackets that strap right onto your feet. And they make your feet really wide so that you can walk on the snow easier. Those Arctic animals we were talking about, they usually have big, wide paws. Sometimes they have fur there to protect them as well. Especially think about how big a polar bear might have his paws. And that helps them walk on the snow. Snowshoe hair, same thing. So we're going to take our tennis rackets or our snowshoes and put one on one foot, lift that foot up, put it on, strap it on. We're going to put one on our other foot, lift that foot up, strap it on, put that foot down, and then we're going to try to walk. Now, if we walk real close to each other, guess what happens? Oh no, we would fall over because we'd step on our own big shoes. So we're going to keep our legs wide and we're going to walk. Walk. So you kind of look like what animal? That animal's right on my shirt. What animal sort of waddles like this and walks like this? A penguin. That's right. We don't have to waddle quite that much. You can lift your feet up and walk around, but keep your legs nice and wide. Lift them up high. Maybe it's really deep snow. Can you get through that snow? Great work. Then, whew, that was a lot of effort. We better take those snowshoes off. Reach up, bend over, unstrap one shoe, come to the other side, reach up, bend over, unstrap the other shoe, kick them off, make sure they're off those feet. Good work. And then come back down to the ground. All right. So we have one more super important snow activity to do. Do you know what it is? Have you ever gone out in the snow and laid down and brought your arms up and down and your legs up and down, kind of like you're a flapping star? That is called a snow angel, right? When you stand up and walk away, it looks like an angel imprinted itself there. So I thought we'd give that a try today. So we're gonna lay down. I want you to put your feet out in front of you. Lay all the way down on your back. Bring your arms out to the sides. And then move your legs and arms up and down. Just drag them across the ground. Back and forth. We'll do this a few times. Nice job. Then we're gonna slowly roll back up. And if we look behind us, we see an angel in the snow. How cool is that? Now, a lot of these activities are more fun out in the snow, and I really encourage you to go out and try some of them in the snow. But I thought they'd be fun today to try indoors, and they're also a lot warmer indoors. All right, so playing in the snow makes me really happy. And when I'm happy, I like to sing. So I thought that we would sing Happy and You Know It together, all right? So we're gonna just sit on our bottoms, and it goes like this. If you're happy and you know it, pat your head. If you're happy and you know it, pat your head. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, pat your head. Now which one should we do? Should we clap? I bet everybody was going to clap to start. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Now we're going to bring our feet up and get ready to stomp them. If you need to be a little quiet right now, don't stomp them too loud. Otherwise, go ahead and have fun. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. Now we're going to take our feet, we're going to bring them together, and we're going to put them back on the ground. And what do we have? We have wings. We have our butterfly legs. If you're happy and you know it, flap your wings. If you're happy and you know it, flap your wings. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, flap your wings. Good work. Now, since we already have our legs like this, I thought we'd try our flower pose. Take your hands and bring them through your legs. And you can try balancing on your bottom, or you can bring your legs right back down. I'll keep mine up so you can see what I'm doing with my hands. If you're happy and you know it, bloom your buds. If you're happy and you know it, bloom your buds. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, bloom your buds. Good work. And then I think for our last one today, we'll do star pose together. So everybody stand up. And reminder, you can also do this one sitting and just extend out your arms and legs, or even laying on the ground like Snow Angel. If you're happy and you know it, shines so bright. If you're happy and you know it, shines so bright. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, shine so bright. Great work, everybody. Good job. All right, so now we're getting towards the end of class, and I thought we would do a little Play-Doh play. And I want to encourage everyone, remember to ask whoever you're home with today, ask whatever adult if it's okay. And if you're having a lot of fun with the Play-Doh, you can make sure to keep playing after class. Since we're virtual today, you can keep going as long as you want at home, as long as there's time and your adult at home says it's okay. So the very first thing we're going to do is grab some Play-Doh. I want you to open it up or ask help to open it up. Sometimes these lids get stuck. And what we're going to do first is we're going to take it out. Sometimes that takes a lot of pinching. Depends how old our Play-Doh is. And we're going to investigate our Play-Doh, which sounds maybe a little silly, but it's kind of fun too. So how are we going to investigate it? First, let's squish it. Let's see how it feels when we touch it. Now this Play-Doh that I happen to have is really new. So it's really soft and it goes as quick as I squish it. If you have some Play-Doh that's older and hard, you might go like this or have to really push to squish it, right? So even though we all have Play-Doh, it might all be a little different. We could give it a sniff. Don't put it in your mouth, just give it a sniff. What's it smell like? Play-Doh kind of has its own smell. I don't know how to describe it. It's sort of sweet and it just smells like Play-Doh to me. Now I also have this one. I brought this one and this is a brand new one and I've never seen this before. My son got it and it's Silly Scents dough. And this one it says smells like blueberry. And it kind of smells like those blueberry markers. So that's pretty cool too. And then for our very last thing, maybe we can see how it feels in different parts of our hand. So try squishing in your fingers. Try squishing it into your hand. That feels a little different, doesn't it? Use one hand to squish it into the other hand. If you're barefoot like me, you could try squishing it on your toes. But if your feet are dirty, just skip that part. You could even put it on a different part of your arm. See how that feels? Put it on the back of your hand instead of the front of your hand. Kind of cool, right? So now we're going to sing a little song about Play-Doh. And we're going to go like this. And I'm rolling mine into a ball. And I'm going to sing, roll, roll, roll your dough with me. Pat it flat, squish around, roll it happily. Should we sing that again? Roll, roll, roll your dough with me. Pat it flat, good work. Squish around, roll it happily. Great work, everybody. So now I think I brought my little board here. I'm gonna roll and roll and roll my dough. So rolling, rolling, roll and roll my dough. And I'm gonna make it into a snake. Can you make it into a snake? And then I'm gonna draw a shape so you can see the shape, but you can do this at home with your Play-Doh. I drew, does anybody know what shape this is? Hold it nice and close to the screen. A heart. So we're gonna try and using our snake to make a heart. So you might have to stretch it around a lot. Stretch it, press it, and make a heart. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it doesn't have to match exactly what I'm doing, but we're just giving it a try and seeing what we can do. Maybe we could make waves, like big ocean waves with our dough. So waves looks like that, waving out at sea. We can take our dough. I'm gonna break it into two parts. And then I'm gonna try making it into a wave. Look at that, waves in the ocean. Cool. And you can do this with any shape. You could make, if you want to make a circle, we could roll, 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 roll our dough so it's a nice big ball. And just like our song said, I have it here and I'm gonna pat it flat, squish it, and I have a circle or a cookie. And the same, I can take my circle and I can push my fingers along the edges and turn it into a square. So Play-Doh's really fun. We can make shapes, we can make waves, we can make hearts. When we were examining our Play-Doh in the beginning, probably everybody has different colors of Play-Doh. You might have red like me, you might have blue like me, you might have kind that smells like the blueberry or kind that just smells like Play-Doh. You might have purple or you might have a whole bin of different colors. And if you have a whole bin and you're using different kinds, you can make different colors for different shapes or whatever you want. So the very last thing I thought we'd do with the Play-Doh, since we're kind of celebrating winter and it's still nice and snowy out a lot of days, is we're gonna make a snowman with our Play-Doh. Now it's not gonna be a fancy snowman, but if you have a lot of Play-Doh at home and a lot of time, I encourage you to make maybe big snowmen and little snowmen, or you can make snowmen with different things. You could stick little like pipe cleaners in for the sticks for their arms, so you can play with it when you're at home. But I'm making two balls and I'm gonna work real hard and roll, 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 roll one. I'm gonna roll, 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 roll the other. Great work. And then I'm gonna stick them on my board just so you can see it, but pretend this is a table. I'm sticking one down and then the other one on top. And look who I made. I made a little snowman. Great work, everybody. And you can make a snowman just like me. You can add a hat, you can add the pipe cleaner arms, whatever you have available at home and your parents or caregivers say is okay, go for it. So if you have been having so much fun with Play-Doh and you want to go and try and make more shapes, maybe you'll try squares and hearts. You can make a smiley face if you do 2 of the circles and then 1 of the snakes for a mouth. Whatever you want to do to play with your Play-Doh, maybe you have some of those tools, go ahead and keep playing. But if you're all done with Play-Doh, make sure to push the lid on or ask Mom or Dad, Grandma and Grandpa for help so that it doesn't dry out. You can play with it again soon another day. And we are going to sing 2 goodbye songs. So the first one we're going to sing is The More We Get Together. The more we get together, 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 the more we get together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. Let's do that one more time. The more we get together, 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 the more we get together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. I am so happy that we got to get together today. I know we're not in the library, we're not in our normal space, but we still got to get together this way and have a lot of fun together. And I hope we'll be together in person soon. But if we're not and we have to do another one like this, we'll make sure to have another class online so that you guys can still have fun and move, learn, and grow with me. Now for the very end, we're going to sing our goodbye song, which is just like our hello song, but with goodbye. Ready? Goodbye, my friends. Goodbye, my friends. Goodbye, my friends. I hope to see you soon. Goodbye, my friends. Goodbye, my friends. Goodbye, my friends. I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much for coming. Let's raise our arms wide out to the side. Let's bring them in and grab our shoulders. Give ourselves a great big hug. Maybe give a hug to whoever's home with you today. And I can't wait to see you again soon. Thanks for coming.